By 2030, your business could be completely obsolete. Not because of a competitor, but because your own structure can't keep up with the pace of change. The organizations that will thrive are the ones building teams that get faster over time, not slower. In this video, I'll show you the 3 non-negotiable rules for creating an AI-augmented team structure. This is how you design a business that accelerates with technological change instead of being crushed by it. The before state. Why traditional hierarchies fail. So let's look at the before state. The kind of organization that is already struggling to keep up. Most founders start with a traditional hierarchy because it feels safe. You have a clear chain of command, with decisions flowing from the top down. This structure provides a sense of order and control in the beginning. But this familiar setup creates immediate friction. Every new idea, every budget change, needs multiple approvals. Information gets trapped in departments, and the entire company can only move as fast as its slowest approval loop. The problem isn't just bureaucracy, it's a fundamental mismatch with how fast technology now evolves. The pace of change is accelerating. We're approaching a point where new technologies can redefine an entire market in a matter of months. A company using a traditional development cycle might spend half a year building a new product feature. By the time they launch, a competitor using a more fluid structure could have already released, tested, and iterated on a similar idea 3 times. This creates a clear conflict. A slow, step-by-step process cannot compete in a world where change happens in parallel. The core fear for any entrepreneur is investing time and resources into building something that is irrelevant upon arrival. You are essentially building on quicksand if your structure can't adapt. Recognizing that your initial organizational design is the primary bottleneck is the first step. In this environment, speed transitions from a competitive advantage to a basic requirement for survival. You cannot out-innovate faster companies with a slower machine. This realization directly leads us to the first rule for building an organization that can actually keep pace. Rule 1. Define the AI-human handshake. So the first rule is to stop seeing AI as just a tool and start treating it as a core team member. This shift in perspective is about defining a clear collaboration, a formal agreement for how you work together. Many entrepreneurs worry that AI will simply replace human jobs. The real opportunity, however, is in augmentation. The goal is to combine human and machine intelligence to achieve results neither could alone. This integration is becoming a key competitive advantage as businesses use AI to enhance accuracy and unlock new avenues for innovation. Without a clear plan, your AI initiatives will become chaotic. You might have one team using AI for customer service automation, while another uses it for data analytics, but these efforts operate in isolation. They don't connect to form a cohesive strategy. This scattered approach wastes resources and creates confusion. You need to establish a formal handshake agreement. This document specifies the exact responsibilities for both sides. It outlines what the AI handles autonomously, and, just as importantly, where human judgment is absolutely essential. For instance, AI can manage real-time financial reporting, analyze vast sets of market data for trends, and handle routine customer inquiries around the clock. This execution of tactical data-driven tasks is where AI excels. This division of labor frees your human team to focus on what they do best: high-level strategic planning, creative problem-solving for complex challenges, and providing the crucial ethical oversight for the AI's decisions. You are essentially dividing the work between tactical execution and strategic direction. This clarity prevents internal confusion and ensures both parts of your team are synchronized, working toward the same company goals. The payoff is a fundamental shift in your team's role. They move from being the primary doers of the work to becoming the guides of the work. This dramatically increases your overall operational capacity and speed. But this new, augmented team requires a new organizational design to support it effectively. A rigid hierarchy will stifle the very agility you're trying to create. Rule 2. Build a modular, project-based team. Now we move to the second rule. You must abandon the rigid org chart and build a fluid, project-based team. A traditional hierarchy is designed for stability, to maintain a predictable operation over a long period. But the future demands constant adaptability, not stability. A permanent department structure creates significant drag. You have fixed costs and dedicated resources that are difficult to reallocate quickly. You cannot easily pivot an entire marketing department to focus on a new, urgent product launch if their annual plan is already set. The structure itself resists change. The solution is a modular approach. Instead of organizing your company into permanent departments like sales or engineering, you assemble small, cross-functional teams around specific projects or goals. Think of these as temporary task forces built to accomplish one clear objective. For example, a project to launch a new software feature might have a developer, a marketer, and a user experience designer working together exclusively for 6 weeks. Their sole focus is that launch. They report directly to the project lead, bypassing the need for approvals from multiple department heads. Once the project is complete and the feature is live, the team disbands. Each member then moves to a new project based on the company's current most critical priority. One person might join a team focused on improving customer onboarding, while another works on a new market analysis. This model is inherently flatter and faster. It eliminates layers of management and reduces communication delays. It also fully leverages the trend toward remote and global work, allowing you to pull in the best talent for each specific challenge, regardless of their location. The payoff is creating an organization you can reconfigure almost overnight. You gain the ability to pivot your entire company's focus to a new opportunity, without the massive disruption and drag of a traditional restructuring. This fluidity, however, only works if your team members are equipped to handle constant change. Rule 3. Instill a culture of continuous upskilling. The third rule is the engine that makes the entire system work. You must instill a non-negotiable culture of continuous learning. Technology will not stop evolving in 2030. The advanced AI tools and platforms that seem cutting-edge today will become standard, routine operations in just a few years. If your team's skills become static, your agile structure will stall. The speed of your business is ultimately limited by the learning speed of your people. A modular team with outdated skills is like a high-performance engine running on low-grade fuel. It cannot operate at its full potential. This means upskilling cannot be an occasional event, like an annual conference. It must be integrated directly into the weekly workflow. You need to treat skill development as a core business function, not a side project. For example, you could dedicate every Friday afternoon to learning. This time might be used for team members to explore a new software application relevant to their work, or for you to bring in an external expert to conduct a training session on an emerging AI capability. The format is less important than the consistent commitment. The goal is to actively match the rapid pace of technological shifts. You are ensuring your team's capabilities are always advancing, keeping them ahead of the curve rather than constantly playing catch-up. This approach also fundamentally shifts your talent mindset. You stop hiring for a specific, fixed skill set that might be obsolete in 2 years. Instead, you prioritize hiring for learning agility and adaptability. You look for people who demonstrate curiosity and a proven ability to master new domains quickly. In this model, your team's value increases over time because their skills are constantly refreshed and expanded. They become more versatile and capable with each project they complete. The final payoff is building a team that actually gets faster and more capable each year. You future-proof your most important asset, your people. When you combine this learning engine with a defined AI handshake and a modular team structure, you create the after state. The future isn't about predicting every trend perfectly. It is about building an organization agile enough to capitalize on them as they emerge. You don't need a crystal ball. You need a responsive structure. Start by applying just one of these rules this week. Choose the most immediate opportunity. Define one clear AI handoff for a routine task. Structure your next small project as a modular, cross-functional team. Or schedule your first dedicated team upskilling session for this Friday. The goal is to build a business that doesn't just survive change, and more capable because of it. More capable because of it. More capable because of it.